Welcome to the third and final episode in a Legendarium series about Owen Glendower's Welsh Rebellion. In the first two parts, we talked about how a rebel Welshman drove the English from his home country and made himself Prince of Wales. In part 3, we will talk about how a series of reverses swept away everything he created except for a legend. By 1405, Owen Glendower had freed his homeland from English rule, crowned himself Prince of Wales, and won allies in France and Scotland. It seemed as if he had won the war, yet the English remained in the southeast of his country, holed up in Grosmont Castle. Owen Glendower sent 8,000 men under Rhys Gethin to besiege the fort. While he surrounded it, Gethin was ambushed by Prince Henry, the son of King Henry IV of England. The young prince inflicted a crushing defeat upon the Welsh, but paid a heavy price for it. An arrow stuck through his face, going in one cheek and out the other. The terrible wound took him off the battlefield for 2 years, yet the English army remained in the field. Hoping to avenge his defeat, Glendower led another army to Usk Castle, also in the southeast of Wales. There he confronted an English army led by Lord Richard Grey. The two sides did battle on May 5, 1405. At first, Glendower tried to storm the castle, but failed to take it due to an unexpectedly strong garrison. The English counterattacked Glendower at a place called the Yellow Pond. Soon, the Welsh fled, leaving 1,500 dead on the battlefield. Over 300 Welsh prisoners were beheaded before the walls of Usk Castle, and Owen's son Gruffydd went to the Tower of London, where he died 6 years later in 1411. Despite the personal and military disasters at Usk, Owen Glendower remained in control of most of Wales. Yet Prince Henry, after spending 2 years recovering from his wounds, returned to Wales in 1407. He retook Welsh towns in a slow, grinding, piecemeal campaign. Whenever he took another town, he had the leading nobles executed, tore their bodies apart, and displayed their severed limbs outside the communities they once ruled. Glendower had benefited much in the past from King Henry IV having to fight on two fronts against both Welsh and English rebels. So Glendower tried to find more rebellious English lords to help him in his war against King Henry IV. While Henry's son Prince Henry ground Wales under his boot, King Henry IV did the same to the opposition in England. In 1408, one of the last remaining rebel lords, the Earl of Northumberland, was killed in battle against King Henry's army, and Owen Glendower found himself very much alone in his war against King Henry. Within months, Glendower was reduced to Harlech Castle, which Prince Henry surrounded in 1408. For the siege, Henry brought a new invention called the cannon. It was dangerous, and not just to the Welsh defenders. The biggest gun in Henry's army was called the King's Daughter. When it exploded by accident, it killed everybody standing nearby. Henry's siege of Harlech dragged out for over a year. His cannons pounded away at the battlements, causing 2 curtain walls to collapse. Yet the inner walls held, and the defenders only gave up when they began starving to death in July 1409. Prince Henry entered the castle in triumph, eager to take Glendower himself. Instead, Owen, his family, and a few retainers gave Prince Henry the slip, and they vanished into the countryside, hiding in caves. By 1411, the rebellion was crushed, but Glendower remained at large. Offers of pardons could not lure Glendower out of his hiding place, and though King Henry IV and later King Henry V offered rich rewards for any Welshman who handed him over, Owen Glendower was never betrayed. He likely died around the year 1415 and passed from history into legend. He became a national hero in Wales, where many peasants believed that he had not died but rather slept in a cave or in a mysterious island beyond the sea, and would return to Wales to deliver his country in its hour of greatest need. William Shakespeare would later immortalize Owen Glendower as the mystically minded opponent of King Henry IV and the future King Henry V in his plays about the Lancastrian dynasty. And books and films have since continued to feed his legend. That wraps things up for this episode of The Legendarium. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, press like. If you want to see more, press subscribe. And if you've got anything to say, let me know in the comments section. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope that you have a great rest of the day.